Okay, so this is our Kaklo and this is how it looks from the inside. Hello, I'm Michael of M.O.D Kitchen Services. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple recipe you can make with your ripe plantain, overripe plantain. Of course, when you have your plantain overripe, you don't need to trash it out. All you need to do is just make something yummy out of your overripe plantain, and we call this Kaklo. So we're going to prepare Kaklo from our overripe plantain. So all we need is our plantain, and we need wisa from wisa, that's grains of paradise, and we need our cloves, which is the pepper, and we need pepper as well. So we're going to blend that, and we grind this up, and we add them to it. Then we add in flour, and we can just mold into any shape we want. Then we fry it in our hot oil. So stay tuned as I bring you the full video of how we go about our Kaklo. So we are going to mash our ripe plantain so we get a consistency like this. You have to mash it because we want our Kaklo to be a bit smooth from the inside when eating. You can do the mashing with your masher. We have a metal masher. You can mash it with that one. You can also use a short way, which is your processor. You can also mash that with it, but we are using the local way, the earthenware bowl and our wooden masher. We're going to mash it gently, then we incorporate in our local spices. We add in our flour, then we're just going to fry that on our high heat in our oil. So we have our first mashed plantain. We are going to add in our very last one. We are going to season this up, add in our flour, then we can start scooping into our hot boiling oil. So we're going to add in our blended spices, which is our pepper, which is cloves, and our wisa and wisa, that is grains of paradise. You're going to add this in. So it's quantity sufficient. You can choose any quantity. You can use any quantity you want. You can make it more spicy by adding in lots of pepper, or you can just make it mild if you're not a fan of pepper. So you're going to just gently mix this together. Then we gradually add in our flour, so we get a bit of a thicker paste. Overripe plantains are very soft, so we like to thicken it up with our flour to get a bit of a thicker consistency. Then we can just scoop that into our oil. When you are done, you can pair this with your bean stew or your normal. You can pair this with your bean stew or your regular boiled beans. So it depends on you. Your beans or your gobe, you can pair this with it, or you can just make a yummy bean stew, which you can pair this with. So I'm going to add in our flour. So the flour is also quantity sufficient. So the quantity depends on you. You don't add in more, you just add in something that can just mess up with your plantain and get you a thicker consistency as compared to the previous plantain we got after mashing. We're just going to fold in gently our flour. And once you are done, we are just going to scoop it and fry. So just give this a gentle stir, making sure we get a thicker paste. So at this stage, you can choose to add in more flour if it's too soft, or you can choose to fry this way. The flour is going to make it hold its shape, but if it's too soft, after just taking a portion and scooping into your oil, it's just going to keep opening up since it's so soft. So When you check the consistency and you think it's enough, you can just proceed to doing it. You can even make it more smoother than it is now. You can mash it till you get it very smooth. That will depend on you. We are just going to add a little bit more flour, then we can proceed to frying our kaklo. So we have here our frying pan. We are going to add in our oil. Then here we have our thick consistency. It's a bit thicker than the previous one. So all we did was we added in our salt and extra spices. That's the blended spice. We added in extra, and we added in another bit of flour, and we made. So our oil is hot, and we are going to just scoop our kaklo into our hot oil. So we just need a spoon and a bit of water. We dip our spoon in our water, then we gently scoop that out. So you can just take any size you want. It can be small, it can be big, it depends. You have to, when it's big, you have to make sure you fry it for a longer time because you want the inside to cook as well. And if it's smaller, you know it wouldn't take much time to get well cooked. I'm just going to scoop. After every scoop, you have to dip our spoon in our water so we keep getting a perfect scoop, and mixture just comes off our spoon easily. As you can see, you just make sure you dip it in water, then you scoop, so you get that perfect scoop, and our mixture gets off our spoon without sticking to it. I'm just going to scoop everything in there and allow that to cook completely. We're going to fry this so they are well done and well cooked. Then we pair this with our beans. You can pair this with any dish of your choice. You can use this as an accompaniment to any dish you want to eat. You can even add it to your rice and stew. You can also add this to your beans or bean stew. So it's up to you. We have enough in the oil, and we're just going to fry this up. Then we turn the sides to completely cook them very well. We're just going to turn it and make sure we have everywhere cooked very well. So sometimes you can add a bit of flour to your frying pan so you don't end up having your kaklo sticking to the very base of your pan. I'm just going to give this a gentle stir. So you have to make sure we remove the base because it's a bit stuck to the base. You have to add in a bit of flour to your oil when frying so you don't end up sticking your whole. So our kaklo is almost ready, and this is how it looks like. So you can call this plantain buns or something because it's made of plantain and a bit of flour and our local spices, and it's already turning out beautifully. The aroma is on point. Please give this a try. You have to try it out with the Overripe plantain. Don't throw them away, don't trash them or any bad thing. You can make lemonade out of every lemon. So out of any bad plantain or overripe plantain, you can make this yummy delicacy from your overripe plantain, and trust me, your kids are going to love this. Everybody's going to love this. It's tasty, and you can pair this up with your rice dishes, or even you can pair this up with your bean stew or gobe. Yes, so please give it a try. So we are going to scoop this once it's fully cooked. We are going to pair this with gobe, that's our beans, and that's it. Yeah, so give it a try. If you are still watching, don't forget to like and comment. I'm Michael of M.O.D Catering Services. Our plantain is almost ready. I'm just going to give it a good stir. Okay, so looking at the color, it's ready, and we know by now the inside is also well cooked because we've been cooking it for about 6 to 7 minutes now, and the outcome is just so beautiful. If you've not subscribed, don't forget to do so. So it's ready, and we're going to take it out of our oil. Then we can scoop the rest in there to finally cook that up as well. So I'm going to add a little bit of flour to our oil, then we scoop our next batch into it. So we're just going to scoop with the help of our water and spoon. We dip it in our hot water, our normal water, then we just scoop it with our spoon. So we dip the spoon in the water, we just scoop, and it will just come up easily without sticking to our spoon. So we're just going to fill our frying pan, then we allow this to cook till it's ready. We're just going to fill in any gap left, and we just allow this to cook. So we are just going to allow them to cook so they are all ready. Okay, so this is our kaklo, and this is how it looks from the inside. I hope you give this a try, and let me know in the comment section. So we're just going to fry the very last batch, then we pair this with beans or gobe. So stay tuned as I bring you the final video of how we plated this with our gobe. And our very last set is ready. So we're just going to take this out of our oil, then we continue to pair this with our gobe or beans. So stay tuned anyway as we plate this together. So kaklo is ready, and we are pairing this with gobe or beans with a hard-boiled egg, gari, and of course kaklo. I hope you give this a try, and let me know in the comment section. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Michael of M.O.D Catering Services. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share with your friends to also learn.